Good afternoon, people. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Max. Welcome back to Blatant Red TV, and I'm here bringing you the preview for tonight's Champions League game, Liverpool versus Bayer Leverkusen. Big game tonight. It's an emotional one too, with Xavi Alonso coming back to Anfield. I don't even know if it's his first time, it's his first time as a manager, but I'm not too sure if it's his first time since being a player, do you know what I mean? But yeah, big game tonight. So yeah, I'm at work right now on my lunch break, but I had to come and bring you the preview. I should have really brought it out yesterday, but life, people, life. So I'm bringing it to you right now on my lunch break, showing you the dedication. First of all, I want to touch on Arne Slot's presser, as I like to bring that to you in the preview. That's what I'm going to start doing now anyway in the previews, listen to the press conference, gain some more information about team news, any other stuff, and then we can talk about it in the preview like I'm going to do now. So yeah, basically, one of the things he touched on Arne Slot was just on Bayer Leverkusen. He was obviously just being asked a question of, his thoughts on the game. Is it a big game and things like that? And yeah, he basically just said it's a big game, not only for what Xavi Alonso did for Liverpool, especially in Europe, but also how he manages Leverkusen, how strong they are domestically and in Europe last season. It's a game for many people to look forward to, which it is, people. It's a game to look forward to today. Obviously, it's a test, I'm not going to lie, because Bayer Leverkusen, we all know that they was unbeaten last season. They won the league unbeaten last season. They lost, obviously, in the Europa League finals to Atalanta. But Xavi Alonso has done a great job. What he's done for that club is incredible. Like, as you know, in the summer, when Klopp was leaving Liverpool, we was, rumoured to basically get Alonso, but in the end, he obviously opted to stay with Bayer Leverkusen. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, for whatever he achieved last season, why not stay with them? I know that us as Liverpool fans, we probably wanted Xavi Alonso to come because of the emotions behind it, him being an ex-Liverpool player. But yeah, man, it's a big game, and hopefully Liverpool can pick up the 3 points. We're obviously 3 wins and a spin in the Champions League, so if we get a win tonight, that'll be 4 and 12 points, and probably our foot in the last 16. He did touch on some injury news involving Konate, because as we know, Konate came off injured half-time during the Brighton game with a hand injury. That question was brought to Slot, and Slot said he is available to play and also completely recovered, so there's no issue for him, which is good news. And it's up to me if he plays or not. So yeah, like I said, we need our strongest players playing in tonight's or being available for tonight's game. So to have Konate available, he's been playing great this season. To have him available is good news for Liverpool supporters, and obviously good news for Slot as well. He was also asked questions on Salah, because obviously, I'm sure everyone knows, if you're on social media, Salah obviously put up a cryptid message, as everyone tries to say, about, no matter what happens in the end, he will always remember and love scoring goals at Anfield. On the comment, he basically said, I don't follow my players on Instagram. The advantage I have is that I can talk to the players directly, but Mo is in a very good place at the moment. For me, whatever he posts is up to him. I'm more focused on how well he plays, conversations, and not how he was basically talking to the media at this part, because it was like, the media's gonna poke and dig and poke questions, and you know what I mean? You know what the media is like. So he said it, I'm not gonna basically get into whatever you as the media think, innit? Because I know what I know when it comes to Mo, innit? So, at the end of the day, why should he be worried about what the players put up on their social medias? He's more focused as the coach to bring the best out of the team. So, he was obviously asked about his future as well, and said, I haven't spoken to him about his future, only about Bayer Leverkusen, because they deserve our focus and attention, which is true. I understand the media is going to ask questions about contracts, but he's not going to be asking Mo every day about his contract situation. He's going to be speaking to him about football stuff, tactics, the following game, the following game, the game before that, the game after, whatever, innit? It's not going to be about what we as media, or not, well, I'm not a media, but not what we as fans want, you know what I mean? So, he was obviously asked another question as well, which I thought was intriguing. He was asked about Liverpool's importance, like how much importance does he put on Liverpool in and out of possession when it comes to their football. And he said it's very important. It's either you have the ball or you don't. And if you play against strong oppositions, which Leverkusen are, you need to be good in both sides. As in, like, you need to be good in possession and out possession. Against Brighton, we was poor doing both in the first half. And against Leverkusen, we need to be much better and play like how we played in the second half against Brighton. Which is so true. We can't afford to start this game today playing like how we played against Brighton in the first half. Because if we do, Bayer Leverkusen have the possibility to hurt us because they've got, you know, a top goal scorer in Boniface. They've got Florian Wirtz, who we know is a good player. Like, they've got other players in their team, innit? Like, attacking-wise, that can obviously do stuff or hurt Liverpool if we don't, you know, if we're not good in possession and out of possession. Like, if we're not pressing high, and when we've got the ball, if we're not moving the ball correctly and getting at this team. Because even though, like, Bayer Leverkusen is a strong team, like, we're at Anfield, so we should be able to get at this team today. Playing, like, our football and how we, with the crowd behind us as well, we can make it difficult for Bayer Leverkusen today. But it's just all depends on how Liverpool decide to start this game today, innit? If they decide to start the game like how they started against Brighton, we could get cooked in the first half again. But if they play like how they played in the second half, but from the get-go all the way through the 90 minutes, then who knows? We could be going through victorious tonight. He was asked a question too on Mo's longevity, like whether he, you know, how long does he think Mo can play for? And he basically said there's no reason to think that Mo can't continue at this level from what you see when you see him play. I can't tell the future, but just look at Cristiano and Messi. They don't look to be dropping their levels with them, so there's no reason to think the same with Mo, which is true. Like, we've seen Mo's physique. Yes, he may be 32. He may have obviously lost a little bit of pace, but he hasn't lost that much pace. He's basically, he may not be a threat all game, but he's that player that can just pop up. Like, and all great players are like that, like your Messi's and Ronaldo. Sometimes they might not be having good games, but they have that quality in them that just any moment they could just, you know, pull something out of the hat, some piece of magic. Salah has that in him. Like, he's basically Liverpool's talisman. He's a goal scorer, but it's just yeah, man. I don't see Salah. I can see Salah playing to the longevities of Messi and Ronaldo. Definitely, like, there's no reason to think that. So yeah, that was obviously Slot's little questions from the press conference put towards him. Obviously, let's get into some stats about Bayer Leverkusen. Like, this season they're sitting fourth in the table in the Bundesliga on 16 points from 9 games. The last 5 league results, or not league results, just results in general, their last 5 results was a 0-0. I'm starting with the most recent. So most recent was a 0-0. Then they won 3-0. They had a 2-2 draw. Then they had a 1-1 draw, which was against Brest in the Champions League. And there was a goal down in that game, for what I remember. So they came back and obviously managed to get a point. And they won 2-1. So their form is a bit up and down. They're also, another fact, is that they're unbeaten in 11 games. But most of these games that they've been unbeaten in has been draws. So their form is a bit iffy, you know what I mean? But the fact that they get draws or come back, we already know that they're a great comeback team. How much games last season did they come back in and collect points or collect wins? You know what I'm trying to say? So they're that team, innit? Like, they're good defensively, which obviously by the looks of it, but at the same time they've got that threat going forward, which they can obviously hurt you. Do you know what I mean? Like, their top goal scorers are Boniface with 8 goals. Florian Wirtz with 7, Schick with 3, and Hoffman with 2. I was watching a clip yesterday because, you know, I watch YouTube. I'm sure everyone else watches YouTube, but I was watching a clip from a guy who basically supports Bayer Leverkusen, and then he was asked like his predicted lineup. I obviously wrote down what I think their lineup could be, but he obviously said that he feels that this is going to be their lineup, which is Hadriki. He reckons, yeah, Hadriki, the keeper, is going to be in goal. Then he said Jonathan Tah, Tapsoba, Hincapie as the centre-backs. He reckons, obviously, right back would be Frimpong, left back would be Grimaldo. He reckons Andrich is going to partner Xhaka in the middle of the park. I wrote down a player called Garcia, but he reckons it's going to be Hoffman, Florian Wirtz, and up front Boniface. So that's his predicted lineup for Bayer Leverkusen. Liverpool's predicted lineup, I'm going to obviously go with Kelleher in goal. It's going to be Trent at right back. Yes, we know Konate's fit, but I was thinking to put Gomez in because of how Gomez played against Brighton when he came on. Literally, he was moving like Virgil van Dijk's twin. You know what I'm trying to say? And Gomez hasn't really had that much game time, and after his performance, I think he deserves to basically start this game. So even though we know Konate's fit, I would love Slot to play Gomez in it. But I know he's probably going to play Konate, but I would love to see Gomez partner Van Dijk. At left back, I'm gonna say I want to see Simicast play, but I think I'm gonna go with Robbo. So let's see Robbo at left back. In the pivot, I think Grav might need a rest, man. I'd rather see Jones and Gravenberch in the pivot today. I think McAllister needs a bit of a rest, man, because against Brighton, his form was his performance was shocking slightly. Like I know that, yeah, he just had an off day, to be honest. As the 10, Soboslai, on the right, Salah. The left-hand side, I know we started with Gakpo against Brighton. I think I'm going to say Diaz. I want to see Diaz start today. Gakpo can come off the bench and offer that threat if we might be behind or whatever. Nunes up top, because that's the only thing we can do, to be honest, people. Prediction-wise, for the score, I'm going to go with a 2-1 win Liverpool. Yeah, 2-1 win. Like, I do think we might concede a goal, but I think being at Anfield, and we already know what it's like on European nights at Anfield, I do think Liverpool will get the win. So yeah, people, that's my match preview for the Champions League tonight. This is number 6 out of the 10 runs of games that were supposedly meant to be tests or hardest test. This is definitely going to be a test. Definitely. Because I don't know if we've got an international break coming up this weekend, but I know Bayer Leverkusen is who we're playing tonight, and I know our next game is going to be Real Madrid. So, yeah, man. Hopefully, like I said, tonight we can get the win. Just keep up the momentum, people. You know what I'm trying to say? But, yeah, it's been your boy, Max. I've got to get back to work. But like I said, I had to bring you guys the preview. I hope everyone has a blessed day. And I'll be back on I got to figure out, I don't even know when our game, but I know I'll probably be back with a preview for our weekend game, either Saturday, depending if it's on a Sunday. But if it's on a Saturday, then I'll bring the preview on a Friday. So, yeah, take care, people. It's your boy, Max. I'm out. Peace.